How's it going, everybody? So this is Alakai. I am so just frustrated with trying to tape this video for the rainbow draft I did 2 weeks ago. Still just keep having problems with my video capture when I'm trying to do things outside, so I'm actually going to move over to a different format, but it's not going to happen for a couple weeks, especially since next week we're probably going to do a constructed and not rainbow. But anyways, I thought I'd still try to get this to you. This is like literally my fourth time taping this thing, but we're gonna see what happens here. Anyways, so this is actually the team that I ended up playing for the rainbow draft, and even though you can't see the draft and the decisions I was making as it was happening, that might still be important to kind of show you some of the different thoughts I had and why I played the cards I did. So let's start off by saying I've got the Unicorn Paragon Beast. This is the rare. Half-Orc Fighter, just the common. Red Dragon, Orc, the Treant, Elf Wizard, of course, you know me, Human Paladin, and Copper Dragon. And a couple of things we're going to go over with this deck is what I actually pulled but ended up not playing. So Minotaur came really early, but there just weren't many in the draft itself. So I decided, okay, well, I can't really do anything with that, so I just kind of rare drafted it, really. Unicorn again, skeletons. I did pull a couple skeletons. They were going to go in my original deck until I came up with a theme, and we'll talk about that theme in just a second. Also, manticores. I've been undervaluing manticores in the past, but I really think that they're quite powerful, as long as you can build a deck around it and get enough to make it work and fuel them. Copper Dragons, of course, I'm always into Copper Dragons. I was lucky enough to grab the rare, so I was playing that. And I was going to try with the Half-Orc Fighters. I really wanted to have these guys go off, but I just wasn't fortunate enough to really get the most use of them. We'll talk about that right now. So, Half-Orc Fighters, I ended up getting, I think, 2 or 3 of them. I got 3 of them, actually. Here's another die. And I was looking to get this +1 attack, +1 defense while it has gear equipped. And so I looked over and I saw in the rainbow that there was about probably 3 or 4 of the swords, magic swords. And I was like, okay, well, those usually go really late, so I got a chance to get those. Little did I know that we had a new player in the rainbow draft that decided to pull them all. So he ended up having, I think he did have 4. But he was grabbing all the magic swords. I don't know why. He just thought he needed them and they would be good for him. But I missed that, and that's just part of drafting, really. So that's what happened there. But I just kind of figured, low cost, experience, and it's got this buff. And if I had the magic sword, I have another buff. That'd be awesome, right? Unfortunately, it just didn't work for me. But I still did want to play him because he is still a low cost character. Unicorn is the one to talk about. So I got this one, I think it was one of my packs, and I took a first turn. So Unicorn Paragon Beast rare. While active, your other good characters got +2 attack and +2 defense. Only had a 4 cost, guys, so this is awesome. Another masked character, so you know how those masked guys go, they're great. Red Dragon, always in a draft. Red Dragons are really highly sought after. I took it because I wanted to have the global. Orcs, again, low cost creatures. Fist types, and I thought maybe I can't really use a fist, but maybe, just maybe, it's low enough cost that I can kind of get that churn going, and maybe I'll get lucky enough to get a swarm in there or something. I don't know. Didn't buy a single one. Treant, I came really late in the game, but maybe I thought, okay, well, maybe I can use a global, pay a shield, prevent the next 2 damage that you, the player, may take from an ability or action die this turn. Okay, alright, that's fine. I'll hold back shields if I'm not using it for resurrection, and let's see what happens. Barely ever used it. In fact, I don't think I used it at all. Elf Wizard, again, always pulling Elf Wizard. I think they're great. Adventure, it's only 3 in a bolt, so you can buy it on the first turn if you want. Experience, when field action dice cost 1 less to purchase, so it's got funding. Right, you can use it for utility. And then when assigned to block, move an action die from your use pile to your prep area. So if you are still using action die, you're going back and forth. I got this because I thought I was going to get the sword, because I was buying magic missiles, because I got the red dragon. It's like, okay, cool. Don't think I actually used them this time. Human Paladin, my workhorse. 4 in a shield. Experience, so an adventure. While active, your characters in the field cannot be affected by global abilities used by your opponent. Awesome. That worked out so well. And the globals pay a shield, reduce damage by you take from a character's ability to 1. Worked out really, really well. So I really like the Human Paladin. I'm going to continue to take these guys for a while, see what happens. Copper Dragon, of course I'm taking Copper Dragons. I can get these things, I can buy it on first turn if I want to. And I got the rare. So turned out that I was going to go and... But I can't find a 6. So I ended up getting it, and I just kept buying into them. People normally don't take the Copper Dragons, they take them kind of late. Personally, I like Copper Dragons only because, even though I know the equipment part of it, it's not that great of a deal. He's got huge defense, so he never comes off the field. I just use him whenever I want to. So I can just leave him on the field until I'm ready to use their breath weapon and ready to charge in for 5, and I can get him out there. Or if I do have the sword, again, I'm still counting on getting that sword, I can load... Oh no, I can't put the sword in the Copper Dragon. But I can still buff him with something. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I know what I can buff him up with. If you're looking at my deck, and you did notice that I said the unicorn at the very beginning, well, active, your other good characters get +2 attack and +2 defense. With the exception of these two, everything here are good characters. So, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an adventurer deck, it's not a dragon deck, it's actually a good deck. Everything here is good, and they're getting pumped. So get the unicorn out, stick them in the field, let them sit there, everything else is getting pumped. As soon as it comes in, +2 attack, +2 defense. Ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's a huge, huge, huge win condition, because even my low-cost half-orc fighters at 3, still coming out at 5/5. What? That's right, a 3-fist coming out at 5/5. Elf Wizards, Human Paladins, awesome. Copper Dragons? Well, now. Not so weak anymore, right? Because you don't respect him at 4/8. But how's about a 6/10? 6/10 at level 3, that's ridiculous. So, Copper Dragons worked out really well. Yeah, I can't say more about it, but one thing to note, Human Paladin, if you look at the attributes here, it's 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. So, Polymorph, not the greatest with Human Paladin, but it does work with Copper Dragons. You can spin them up and you can get the +1. You always want to look for your creatures to see what they can do, if it's worth to do a polymorph or not. You definitely want like a 2-step, like between Red Dragons, level 1 to level 2, 155 to 277. So all of a sudden you get that 2 increase in attack and defense, and that's pretty cool. And level 3 is a 388. So you're paying 1 more fielding, but you're only going to get 1 more attack, 1 more defense. So not the greatest, and so polymorph wasn't the best for me to take here. At any rate, I did take first place. I did win. The good characters are just too powerful. They just run them over. So if you do have an opportunity, I know it's kind of hard, or it's kind of rare to get a unicorn, but if you do actually have an opportunity to grab them, I will say that grabbing the good character deck is really good, because people just aren't playing them. They just don't see it. They let them go by, especially the Copper Dragons. Those are the last ones to go. Anyways, I hope it helps. Sorry about the technical difficulties I've been having. I'm still learning all this stuff. Take care, and I hope it helps. Thanks. Oh, and please, guys, like and subscribe if you like my stuff. We'll come back later. Bye.